She slapped me, right there, in the middle of her wedding with 300 guests watching. Her perfectly manicured hand cut across my cheek, sharp enough to sting, but soft compared to the humiliation that followed. A glass of red wine spilled over my dress, dripping down like blood on white silk. Gasps filled the air, and my husband, my own husband, rushed to her side, not mine. That was the moment I stopped being her victim. I met Anna, my sister-in-law, 5 years ago. She was dazzling then, smiles too wide, compliments laced with poison. She made me feel like an intruder in her brother's life, no matter how much I tried to belong. But I ignored it. For him. For the man I thought would always stand beside me. He never did. Every family dinner was a test I had to endure. Anna criticizing my job, mocking my clothes, sliding little digs about women who marry above their league. And he always laughed it off, told me to let it go. But he never defended me, not once. And still, I stayed. The betrayal didn't come all at once. It came in pieces. A phone left unlocked. A message that wasn't mine. My husband's late-night whispers that stopped when I entered the room. A familiar scent on his shirt. Her perfume. My sister-in-law's perfume. At first, I thought it was my paranoia, the product of years of her bullying. But suspicion turned into certainty the day I found his wallet on the kitchen counter. Inside, a folded receipt for jewelry. A bracelet engraved A+D forever. Anna and Daniel. I didn't cry, I didn't scream. I smiled, because for the first time in years, I knew exactly what I was dealing with, and exactly what I would do. I let them think they were clever, that I was blind. I played the quiet wife. I endured their smirks, their inside jokes, their little glances. And all the while, I collected. Screenshots, receipts, bank transfers, late-night call logs, enough evidence to bury them both. But evidence wasn't enough. I didn't just want them exposed, I wanted them ruined. So I waited. When Anna announced her wedding to her fiancé, sweet, oblivious Mark, I knew the stage was set. She didn't just want a wedding, she wanted a spectacle. The dress, the flowers, the expensive venue. She wanted to be adored. And that's what made it the perfect place to destroy her. I reached out to Mark 2 weeks before the wedding. My hands didn't shake when I told him the truth. He didn't believe me at first, of course, but then I showed him the proof. All of it. His face collapsed, his hands clenched, but then he asked me to help him. And I did. So there I was, at her wedding. Red wine soaking through my dress. The crowd buzzing with judgment. My husband standing beside his sister, glaring at me as if I was the problem. But I stayed still, silent, waiting. Because this wasn't my scene. This was Mark's. He took the microphone during the speeches. The room went quiet. His voice shook at first, but then it grew stronger, steadier, fueled by betrayal. "I want to thank everyone for coming," he began. "But before we celebrate, there's something you should all know. Something about the bride." Anna froze. The color drained from her face. Mark turned the microphone toward the crowd. "While we've been planning this wedding, my fiancé has been busy sleeping with her brother-in-law, my best man's wife's husband." Silence. Heavy. Crushing. Then gasps louder than before. Every guest turned. My husband's jaw clenched. Anna trembled, her lips parting, desperate for a denial that wouldn't come. Mark pulled out the photos, the screenshots, the receipts. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't need to. The evidence spoke louder than rage ever could. Anna's perfect wedding shattered like glass underfoot. I stood there, red wine dripping from my dress, and I smiled. For years she tried to humiliate me. For years he let her. And in one perfect moment, their mask slipped. Everyone saw them for what they were. Not golden, not untouchable, just rotten. The crowd whispered, chairs scraped back, people left, the music stopped, and Anna, once so composed, so powerful, crumbled before us all. Her groom walked out without looking back. My husband followed, trying to salvage something that couldn't be saved. And me? I stayed. I sat down, poured myself another glass of wine, and let the whispers wash over me. They weren't laughing at me anymore. They were laughing at her. Do I regret it? No. Because revenge doesn't always require screaming or chaos or violence. Sometimes it just takes patience. Sometimes the sweetest revenge is silence, standing there, calm, while the people who tried to break you destroy themselves instead. And the best part, I didn't even need to lift a finger. They handed me their ruin on a silver platter, and I drank to it.